Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? We're so happy you're here. Tonight is Tuesday, April 15th. We have the incredible, unmatched, and completely original Bad Judies on tonight. Leo, hit that promo.
A big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and my nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am. Who I am.
We're so glad that you joined us tonight. This is episode, I believe, 393. Can you imagine? We've been doing this show about 7 years. It may be eight, I think July 18th is our 8-year anniversary. So that's a really big deal. We're so happy to be here. So, first in, Danielle Alexandria Alchemy, our buddy. Happy Tuesday, Maria, Leo, and What's the Story with Maria crew. Same to you, my friend. Danielle is a psychic, a medium, spiritual medium, a teacher, past life regressionist, so many amazing things. How do you find out more about what Danielle does? You go to daniellealexandriaalchemy.com and check out her website. It's a great website. It's very easy to navigate. And I highly recommend the quantum session. And I've gifted many things from that website to my friends. What better gift than peace of mind? Danielle talks to the other side. It's mind blowing. So, and she's our friend. Danielle, I have some stories to tell you. So I know we're both busy, but I got a funny story to tell you from the Mac Awards. So, but that's for another day. Anyway, we'll catch up this week, I think. Lori Towers, can I order 2 Big Macs and a side of fries? What? Lori, you're the best. So look at Leo putting up the Mac Award. All right. So, I get embarrassed about the stuff, but I am very proud to say that I won the Mac Award for Piano Bar Entertainer, Singing Piano Bar Entertainer Downtown for 2025. And I'm very proud of that. So listen, you know what? But here's the thing. My category was incredible. Like Susie Campa, the finalists were me, Susie Campanero, Miles Whitaker, and Alana Diaz. I mean, Jesus, could you get any more like okay, Leo. All right.
I'm going to brag. Two
Go
years
ahead.
in a row, we're going for three. Going for three.
Yeah,
Three
listen,
for three.
I am so happy to get, look, I won 10, I won last year and I'm really proud of that. But before that, I was 10 years before I won, or 11 years. I was telling Miles and Alana, I'm like, you guys, because they were so sweet and gracious. I said, listen, guys, it took a long time, like, and also I won for Song of the Year in 2003, I think, or 2004, and then didn't get another award for like almost another 10 years. And then, and it takes time
That's how it
sometimes.
goes.
That's how it goes. But the great thing about the Max is there's a lot of amazing people that are part of the community, and you learn from them, you kibitz with them, you are inspired by them. And I got to tell you, this year in particular, I think it was my favorite of all years because it was like a high school reunion. It was just amazing. Like there were so many fun and great people there that I love, and we all had such a wonderful time. And a lot of people that I really care about were nominated and won. Like for instance, we were talking about this. Karen Mack and Elliot Roth won for musical duo, or I think at the category is musical or comedy duo, and they have been working their tails off. Thank you, Danielle. You're so sweet. They've been working their tails off, and they really deserved it. So I love them both very much. And then Karen Mack won for her album that came out this year called Catch and Keep. I cannot say enough about this album. It is fantastic. It's all original stuff. It is so beautifully produced. And please go on Spotify or iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to. But if you want to buy the CD, I'm all about, buying stuff as well. There's a site called Bandcamp. And if you go on and buy it on Fridays, the artist gets a huge portion of that. So that I found out. Yeah, it's like a new site that's very artist friendly, bandcamp.com. So go and check that out. But Catch and Keep is the album of the year, and it's Karen Mack's album. It's so good. I'm not just saying that because she's my friend. It's a beautiful album. So go and check
everybody
that out.
in that room was your friend.
Well, not everybody. There's some people I don't know or I admire, but I wouldn't say that we're friends only because, we've never really hung out or anything. But I do admire a lot of the people that are nominated in categories, And I saw
our friend Carolyn Montgomery got
oh
nominated.
my God. And she won. She won
Yeah.
for tribute show for the Rosemary Clooney tribute show. So that's Carolyn Montgomery. She won. James Lazar, my boss, the owner of Brandy's Piano Bar, was given an award for Brandy's Piano Bar, got a great award. And he made just a beautiful speech. A beautiful speech. I recorded it from the wings. Because we had just gone off. We did the Brandy's crew did like a spoof. Me, Bobby Belfry, Lauren Muffson, and John Bronston wrote a parody of Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. And it was, I thought it was very funny. And so many amazing people were in it. And it was a great, great, great time. And it was just a funny, like, kind of take on that song. So I don't know.
That's really funny. I didn't know you used that song for it.
Yeah. And then it went into 525,000. It went into that. It went into, but it was all spoofy. It was piano bar jokes, like things that people that frequent piano bars would get. But it was great. And that was, to me, the highlight for me of being there. Because so many, like everybody on the stage was people I love and people that had worked there before and now came back to do this. It was great. Like Joanna Pilzer was there. Just so many great people. So anyway, that happened. I hope somebody recorded it because I'd love to see it. That was really
I would love to see it.
Amy Walk directed it this year. She was on our show a few weeks ago. And I got to tell you, it was like, she's very one of those people anyway. But man, it really ran so smoothly. And it was a great, great, great time. And there was Charles Bush got a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, how was that?
Wow, it was amazing. He was the last award. I love him. I actually went up and told him how much I loved his book because I just finished it. Like I said, I listen to a lot of audiobooks because I drive a lot, and that's where I can really listen to it. And he reads it, and he does all the voices. He's so theatrical and funny, but also his writing is just gorgeous. Like every line is so detailed. It's I learned so much about him that I didn't know. So I highly recommend. It's called Leading Ladies by Charles Bush. It's autobiographical. Very, very, very good book. And so I got to meet him, and that was such a thrill. He's what a lovely person. Really good time. We had a great, great, great time. So it was a wonderful, wonderful. It's my favorite Mac Awards of that I've ever been to. I haven't been to all of them because I work a lot of times, but I really enjoyed it. It was a great time, and it was at Symphony Space, which is a beautiful space on 95th Street in Broadway. So thank you, Mac community. I am honored that you voted for me, and I hope I make you proud. So
can I ask what other special night it was on that beautiful Thursday? It was a Thursday, right? I was right.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a certain anniversary?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. Yes, thank you.
And happy anniversary.
Me and Judy, my honey bunny, it was our 16-year relationship anniversary. Yes. So she was very nice to say, all right, go ahead, go to the Mac Awards. But we celebrated before. I invited her, though.
Did you get a signed in triplicate? You got your permission slip?
I had to get a permission and stamped. And she said,
Hey,
I invited her to come or after, but we had a nice time. The couple days before, a couple days afterwards, we had a nice, we celebrated. So that's a good
you
thing.
gotta when you're
Thank
working
you,
with the
Danielle.
senator, you gotta get
Senator,
those
as you call
forms
her,
filled out.
Senator Mesa. She's on
Hmm.
fire right now on TikTok. Jesus.
Oh, I wish she
Anyway,
was up there with those people.
I know. Let's look at some of her. Lori Towers, can you tell everybody? And there's John Pietero, Lori's husband, and our friend. They're our friends. We love them. Okay, so Lori Towers has been making these amazing, amazing pieces of jewelry.
You can see
Um,
mine right there.
yes, and I have the a
Go
little
to you.
arrowhead. There's mine. Oh, I love it. How
Oh,
beautiful.
you have the Pocahontas, and I have the Harriet Tubman.
Oh my God. I love this. How cool is that? So, Lori, if you go to what's the website? Is it
LaurieTowers.net acts-the-oligarchy.
okay? But if you go to loritowers.net, you'll be able to find it.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. I'm
this
gonna
is
put it
her.
here.
You're getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy.
You're getting
You're
hungry.
getting. Oh, I'm always hungry. But so go and check. And John and Lori are they're DJs, they're music historians, they're writers, they're musicians, amazing musicians, and just the loveliest humans you can imagine. So
And they're
tell
leaving me stranded tomorrow night.
why?
Oh, they're
What
like,
happened?
they're kind of famous and have things to do and stuff. And I'm gonna have to listen to archive. Actually, I have to edit for our wonderful friend Susie Campanero and finish her stuff. But
Okay.
usually when I'm doing that, I'm listening to John and Lori. But they got responsibilities and stuff
All
like
right.
that. So
Okay.
usually on Wednesday, I'm listening to them though.
You can catch them on Sheena's Jungle Room at WFMU.org. And you can listen to it, go back and listen to it like I listen to it the next day quite often when I'm cooking because I work Wednesday nights. So I listen to it the next day lots of times. Sometimes when I come home or in the car. So go and check that out. Who else do we have tonight? We have Taylor Patty. Hey,
Sorry.
Taylor Patty. She is at
Hi, Taylor.
Stonewall. She works at Stonewall. She's an amazing singer and very sweet person.
Oh, she's there with our Miles and Alana.
I don't know if she's there tonight, but she's there usually Wednesdays with Andrew. And who else do we have? I want to make sure we didn't forget anybody. Okay. Oh, go ahead. Talk about this. Talk about this.
They're so cute, Maria. This is probably one of our cutest couples in the calendar.
I know. Look how sweet.
I mean, we've got a lot of cute couples. Don't get me wrong. But look at how sweet they are.
Lokai and Ivana, they are a wonderful couple. They're Mr. and Mrs. April, and they are they're sharing. They're making something in the kitchen there. I don't know. They're something is happening. They got a rolling pin, a lot of flour, and look at that. They really went for it. So yeah, if you I still have calendars. What's the story with Maria? Nothing but the apron calendar. Everybody in the calendar is wearing nothing but an apron. So if you would like this, I still have a couple copies left. They're $12 and I'll get it right out to you. Or I always have them at all my jobs. Stonewall, the Duplex, Brandy's. Come walk in and get them. And we're happy to share that with you. And if you want to be in next year's calendar, by all means, let me know about that. We'll get you ready for that. Okay, so I don't want to waste too much time because we got a full show for you tonight. Let me just hold on a second. Okay. All right. So I like to look. Oh, Rena Cornelli-Bergey's joined us. That's why I like to look at two screens because one, you could catch us on Facebook, on my page, on Leo's page, on the What's the Story with Maria page. You can also catch us on YouTube live. And then if you miss that, you can catch us in the repeat. Go back and it's all archived on YouTube and what's the story with Maria.com. You can find out every single place that it goes to podcast and just click on it and it takes you directly there. So please, we have 393 shows.
This is 94, my love.
Oh, it is?
394.
Where the hell have I been? I better get on it. I better get with it.
Well,
Okay.
you're a Mac winner. It's hard to keep everything.
Oh, Christ.
Nobody
Nobody cares about all that. All right.
We do.
All
I
right.
do. If it was
Okay.
my Mac award, I'd be celebrating you all the time.
Well, thank you, honey. I'm proud of
I love you.
myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm proud of myself. It's a nice thing. Okay, so I have had the pleasure of working at many different places. The Stonewall Inn, upstairs at their piano bar, and when COVID started to wind down, not that it ever really winded down, but when it started to wind down, Kurt Kelly called me and Susie and said, "Hey, I'm going to open up upstairs. Do you want to work?" And we were like, of course we want to work up there. So one of the first people that I worked with up there when we restarted our engines was Mark Alesco, aka Lyra Vega. And I had worked with many piano players in my day for piano bar or other things, but this was the first time that I had worked with a musician that was not only brilliant, but also incredibly entertaining, because Mark was playing these shows in drag as Lyra Vega. And I said, oh my God, not only are they playing these amazing songs and sounding incredible, but they also are getting dolled the hell up every night, because I'm not. So, and so I became a huge fan of Mark's / Lyra's right away, and is a beautiful person, and so talented. But I also found out that Lyra is in a band called the Bad Judies. Then I said, this is even more original, or just as original as of a piano bar entertainer that is in drag. Now there's a whole band that's in drag. They're not lip syncing. This is live stuff. And they happen to be incredible musicians. So let's bring in Lyra Vega first, Mark Alesco. And
Hello.
hi, sweetheart.
I am sat at home now. I'm ready to go. Hi.
I know you checked in from a cab or something.
Girl, I was on the way uptown.
Saw that. I felt like I was watching an episode of like the Vegas taxi cab confessions or something.
It's like one of those days where you're doing just all these different things and hustling between stuff. You know
But
it is. So
you're always doing that. You're always
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, honey, I met you just a few years ago, right after COVID.
Right.
And I was just blown away. I'm like, Melissa said, "Oh, you're going to be working with this great person. You're going to love them," and I did right away. But I was like so intrigued by the fact that every night you put so much effort into your presentation.
Yeah, it takes time.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Right? So
and then the sad part is like, I'm sitting at a piano, so people can't even see half of that the whole time. So that's why I always would want to pop up and do like, drag performances too, so people could see them wearing underwear and stuff like that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now who does you do your own makeup? You do your own outfits and everything.
Well, with drag, it's like there's so many different visual elements have to come together. So makeup, yes. Hair sometimes. Outfits, not really. I can like alter little things in outfits and like change them up, but I can't build an outfit from like scratch yet. But I want to get that skill. But yeah, makeup and like half my hair I do. But yeah, I mean, there's so many different elements that go into just making before you even like leave the dressing room, and
I know
you really have to love it. You have to love it because you're making.
Love it. That's a commitment.
You're putting your body through it. You're putting your body through it.
Absolutely. And then you play all night, and not only do you play for yourself, you play for other people.
Mm-hmm.
You're a really good sight reader. I know, because people, including me, throw stuff in front of you all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had that background from my theater. I've been doing theater and music directing since I was like 17, and so a lot of that was like being given a score and then being like, hey, you have to teach the harmonies to everybody, and like learning how to do stuff really quickly. And then I also taught high school choir for 5 years, and like teaching choir in an actual school setting. Like I had to make sure I was on top of my game to let the kids know how everything works, and teach them how to have sight singing skills and stuff. So yeah, but I've been doing this for a long time. Music's like always been number one
Well,
for
you
me.
could tell you're one of those kids that's kind of like a protege, right? You were one of those. Were
I
you?
guess. I mean, I've been playing since I was like 4, and it's
Yeah,
been
I would
20
put you in
something
that
years.
category. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But I
honey,
was like only strictly classical for like a long
oh,
time. And
really? I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah. My mom was only having me do classical music, and then like in middle school, my friend printed out the score to Peter Pan. I think it was Peter Pan. And then from there, I was like, oh, what is this musical theater stuff? I was playing Chopin and Beethoven. I was like, wait, what is this? And
Really?
then yeah, and then one day he showed up with the full printed score of Wicked. I'm talking like 250 pages on paper. Just goes plop, just a pile of shit up in front of me. I'm like, what is all this? He's like, I want you to play this. I love this show so much. It's called Wicked. And then I like just was obsessed. But that was the first time I even heard Wicked, was playing it like physically and reading it and singing it, like not even the cast recording, which was really interesting to experience for the first time that way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. So you could. That's how well you can sight read, and being classically
Yeah.
trained, I guess you'd have to, right?
I had a very strict, like Korean, very traditional teacher growing up. Yeah. Like I'm talking about like crying at lessons, like intense. Yeah.
Since you were little, and that was your mother's idea.
Yeah. So my mom always loved music. My parents are not really musical at all. So they kind of like try to give my brother and I lessons growing up to see if we could bring some music to the equation in our house. And it turned out that we both loved it. So we both play like a bunch of instruments, and yeah, but piano's been always my main thing since I was 4. I started.
Wow. And your mother is Cuban, I think you told me, right?
Yeah, she was. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm a little
Yeah.
familiar with Cubans. You know, I have
Uh-huh. Yes.
my girlfriend is Cuban, but
You
very,
yes, you mentioned that. Yeah.
oh, absolutely. But they are really like intense
Mm-hmm.
about learning stuff. My girlfriend plays piano too, and her dad was very like,
Oh, fab.
yeah. So I know it's a thing. You know, they're
Yeah.
very intense with the music and the dancing and the culture
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. It's
Yeah, I actually took my first time ever like playing like well seriously playing like Afro-Cuban music was in college. And that I think to this day was the most challenging stuff for me, because like the way that you use the instruments in Afro-Cuban is so different than anything else. And you have to be like on it because you're doing these things over and over rhythmically that have to be like locked in so well. So
now you
yeah.
play piano, but you also play flute, right?
I do, yeah. I was a band kid growing up, so I actually played clarinet first, and then I was like, "Wait, I'm gay. What's this? Let's make it gayer." So we started putting pipes in our mouths for fun. But yeah, I
And
love the flute. It's also easy to carry around. How great is that? It's like a clutch.
yeah, you're really good at that.
Yeah, thank you.
So now, so when did the drag stuff come into it?
You
When
know,
did
I
you
started
add that?
drag 5 years ago, and it was at the time I was still teaching full time, and one of my students kind of like got me back into watching Drag Race, because I had not watched RuPaul's Drag Race since I was like 16 years old, like on Logo back in the day. And then I started watching that again, and I was like, wait a second, I love theater. This is basically theater, but you are the person in charge of every department, you know? So how fun is that? Like, as opposed to in a theater show, you're given a script, you're given a set, you're given a costume, but as a drag artist, you get to do all this like decisions on your own, right? So any day I could decide to like wear whatever hair I wanted, whatever like costume, shoes, do my face anyway, etc. So I just started exploring, and then luckily I had a few friends already in the drag scene who helped me out to kind of give me my first like kind of like rough lessons about doing makeup and stuff, because that's a journey. Learning how to do makeup is definitely a journey, and
I
we're
can
still on it.
but you're so good at it.
Thanks.
Oh, you're
I
so good at it.
I always loved drawing, so it kind of helped at least like thinking about like shapes and how colors work together.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a process for sure.
Okay, so now how did you go? How did you and you became Lyra Vega is
Lyra, yeah.
your stage
Hmm.
name, right? And how did Lyra find the other bad Judies? How do you?
Well, the other bad Judies found me actually. So I was oh, see, someone knows in the comments. Lyra and Vega are two of my favorite star systems. Yes, Danielle, you know, it's a constellation. Thank you.
Oh my
Yes.
God, I didn't know that. Well, Danielle is,
Yeah.
she's a spirit, she's a psychic and a spiritual medium.
Oh, fab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like in that world. So Lyra and Vega are two favorite star sisters. Tell
Yeah,
me.
so Lyra's the constellation of a harp, and it comes from the Orpheus myth, which is basically, when it comes down to it, about music almost, saving someone's life. And so I love music so much, and I was like, how can I find a name that has its own kind of identity, but also has a thing to do with music? And so Lyra's the harp, and then Vega's the brightest star in the constellation.
Oh, wow. I
And also
love
just felt like it
that.
was like a name that sounds like just sounds like a woman's, like a Latina woman's name, Lyra Vega.
I
So
know, I love it.
yeah, it all
That's
works.
what I thought it was.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Okay, so
Mhm.
Kurt, let me just take a second. Kurt Kelly is watching. And
Oh,
Kurt-
hi.
Yeah, I know. We love
That's
Kurt.
one of my bosses. Hi, Kurt.
Yes, Kurt is the owner of the Stonewall Inn, one of the owners, my favorite. Sorry for the other two, but Kurt is my favorite. No, I love them all. Eudenia Mesa Dominguez, that is my honey. She's watching. She's Cuban. So
Oh, fab.
Judy, Mark is his mother is Cuban, so we got that
Mhm.
Cuban thing going on, that wonderful influence. And my cousin Rena's watching from Massachusetts. We get a lot of good people.
Mhm.
So
Fab.
they found you. Now,
Yeah. So mhm.
go ahead. I was going to say we're going to zoom them in really soon.
They found me, and they'll probably explain it as well. But they found me because I was kind of doing my own thing, like doing all these piano bar stuff around town, and just to find two other drag artists that also are like serious musicians and singers to have. It's just like I never would have expected that when this all like came together. So
Well, it's
yeah,
fantastic,
and here we
people
are.
have to know about it. Okay,
Mhm.
Leo, do we have our other two stars in the wings? Oh my goodness, there's Wesley. Wesley, let's unmute you.
Hey.
Let's unmute Wesley if we can. There we go. Hi,
There she goes.
Wesley.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I'm feeling great.
So I'm happy you're here too, honey. So I watched a clip. Oh, and here we go.
Hey.
What is your name?
Hi.
Hi, is that
I don't know if you just saw my underwear because I'm like half naked.
Listen, bring it on. Why not? So, can we call you Sammy?
Actually,
What do
let me
you
do
want us to
this.
call you?
Sure,
Which one?
I'm worshiper. I'm the drummer.
Oh,
of the
okay.
band. But yes, my birth name is Sam.
Whatever you want me to call you, I will, honey.
Okay,
happy
worshiper is good.
Worshiper. Okay, so you two found Mark, Lyra.
They found me. Just
You're both
picked
musicians.
me up.
So, Worshiper plays the drums.
Mainly, yes.
Amazing. And what else do you play?
I play piano and just anything percussive. If you hit it, if it has a scale, I can play it.
I love that. And how about you, Wesley? I know you sing as well.
Yeah, I mainly sing. I'm also working on playing the bass guitar. We're trying to throw in some other instruments here and there to like kind of beef up our sound here and there. So, I'm trying to do little things, wherever I can.
I love it.
Singer, yeah.
You're so good. You're all so good. Like, it's mesmerizing to watch you. I cannot say enough about like their sound and it's an amazing visual, of course, but the sound is so good.
Thank
Like
you.
it's not just like, oh, okay, it's campy, it's fun, they're okay. It's really, really good.
It's crazy because we rehearse, so it's
Yeah.
like we love to hear that.
Yeah, no, it's true, and it shows. It shows, and the presentation is amazing, and the showmanship, and so where are some of the places that you've played already this year?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
There's a list. Okay. Well, I guess our main residencies have been this year definitely Red Eye, which is in Hell's Kitchen every week, and Ice Palace, which we're coming up to again in a few weeks on Fire Island. But we also get offered like a bunch of other one-offs, and like we played recently Hazel Greens, we've done City Winery, we've done
okay.
We used to do a place in East Village. Yes, the Pier 40.
Pier 40.
Yeah. And that was so the Red Eye, is that a weekly thing?
Yeah, it has been for a couple of years, and now we're evolving / like metamorphosizing the programming. So we're it's like in process right now of how we're going to continue doing the Judy show there. It might turn into a party. It might turn into like a dance party. There's a lot of balls up in the air.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, with the not the Pines, I'm sorry, Cherry Grove, right? You're out in Cherry Grove.
Yeah.
You're at the Ice Palace. That's starting up soon, right? Thursdays.
Yes. At the end of May, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last Thursday in May.
It's
Oh, there's the
last
flyer.
Thursday in May. I love it. Look at this great flyer. So the Bad Judies. Who chose that name?
I think it was you, worshiper, who like came up.
I think it was Worship. Yeah.
It was actually my best friend / fag hag who she's really good at this stuff, and she made me a short list of names.
The lore.
And this is the one that I chose. And we were into
Yeah,
it.
we were so into it. We heard this one, we were like, it's got something to it.
And do you all get together and pick the set list, or is it somebody will bring an idea? How does that work?
Both.
I guess it's kind of organic that we all kind of have had different songs or ideas that we passionately think about or want to do. But it's kind of good that there's three of us most of the time, because there's like always a tiebreaker. Because sometimes certain songs won't resonate as much with other people than whatever. But it always works out because there's a balance, and like, we all bounce ideas.
It's just
with each other.
It's going through the creative process with artists. So it's like, it's just always. It's always a spitfire. It's like, throw this idea out, shoot it down, next one. Like, just, it's nonstop.
But you cover a lot of territory.
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
We have to because the queer community in Manhattan is so eclectic in terms of music taste. So we just have to hit everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We actually have a fourth member as well. I mean,
you do?
Yeah.
She
Who's
is
your
a
fourth member?
saxophonist and violinist. Her name is Mercy B.
Oh, right.
Incredibly talented.
In the clips. Wow.
Yeah.
She's so talented. Oh my
Yeah.
Leo, do we have some kind of a clip that we can show, Leo? Because I was watching it before the show, and it's fascinating.
If you have our reel, she's in our reel a bunch.
Yeah, I sent the reel.
I saw that. But I do want to tell everybody, if you want to find the Bad Judies, go to Linktree, right? Is that the easiest way?
I think at The Bad Judies on Instagram is the best way. And then from there, you can see other social platforms that we're still trying to develop.
Okay. So, maybe we can play some of this. This is mine.
Oh, yeah. It's 54 below. Yeah.
I should have known better than waste the chance that I've been given.
Let her go.
So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you.
Give it.
Work.
Unbelievable.
You brought the house down for sure. I think that was the highlight song of the entire evening. No one's ever seen this. No one's ever seen a drag queen doing this song.
I haven't. I mean, I've been in this community for at least 30 years, probably more. And I have never, I started entertaining in Boston, and I had a few friends that were doing drag back then in the 80s. And that was like a big to-do, right? It was a big deal back then. And I've been following, this kind of amazing stuff forever. And I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, that means a lot. That's great.
No, I'm serious. It's completely original because it's a lot of, and I'm not knocking lip syncing. I'm not knocking. That's an art form in itself.
We do that too.
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm so impressed when people actually sing as well. Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
But then you add the other element of instruments.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think that's why we've been together so long. We just know it's like what we have is so magical. And it is very, like you said, we don't see that very often or at all. So when we go to other spaces to perform, it's always, we're the first people that are telling them what we need as a drag queen. We never really had somebody like us. So that it kind of is blazing our own trail in a way. So the way we get through it all is we stick together because we know this is magical.
Have you ever performed in Boston?
No, but
no.
I have a great connection there. I'm gonna I'm gonna
Oh,
We would
I'm
love.
gonna turn you guys onto it. I'm gonna connect
please.
you. It's called Club Cabaret.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
And they are so amazing. They have this incredible stage. I did a show there 2 years ago, and it's just a great room, and they're so cool to work with, and they would love you.
Oh
They would
yeah.
love.
Mm.
I'm gonna connect you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
gonna
That would be
connect-
fab.
We want
Yeah.
to take this on. We've been wanting to take this on the road for so long.
Club
The furthest we've reached is New Hampshire.
Right.
For Pride.
Yeah, New Hampshire's cool. Club
Yeah.
Cafe, it's called. I'm sorry, Club
Club
Cafe.
Cafe. I was like,
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
I love Club Cafe.
it's amazing there. Like the energy is so amazing, and everybody is so supportive.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
Mhm.
they're gonna love you. They're gonna love
Yeah.
you. I'm gonna connect you with my friend David Whitman, who is the manager there in the booking. He also does all the booking. He's gonna
Okay.
love you. So
That's fab.
it. So
Yeah.
we have a lot of listeners and viewers from Boston. So I'm putting the word out, folks. When the Bad Judies get booked in Boston, I will keep everybody. Connected with that, so you can. Well, and we'll post it on the all the different sites. That
Yeah.
we
I also feel like every time we leave the city, like people don't take it. People are really extra grateful and just appreciative of what we do. Because I feel like as drag artists, there's so many. Even though what we do here is still unique, there's just so much drag in New York that it's
Yeah.
like even more special for people to see it outside of the big city.
Absolutely,
People love it.
absolutely. It's one of the most entertaining forms of showmanship. I just it's so many elements. It's like we were talking with Mark earlier. You have to carry yourself a certain way. You have to look a certain way. You have to be ready for anything. It's like it's pure showmanship. I love it. I think it's great. I think you're all
Speaking of ready for anything, we do something that no one else does. Well, everyone tries to do it, but in a different way. We do a drag roulette, which is I don't know if they do it everywhere, but in New York, it's a staple for a drag show. We do a drag roulette, but live. So we get everyone's song suggestions for $1 we'll do, and we'll do a whole section of a song, but we'll do it live because Lyra can go backstage for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and put together an entire medley of songs with transitions, key changes, all of these things.
Yeah.
And so it's what we do there is also pretty incredible.
Wow.
We are ready
And
for anything, and
people really ask for some random stuff too, and we have to do it live. It's very fun.
I love that. So see that too. There's a lot. I mean, I don't know too many shows that'll do that off the cuff.
Right. It's very off the cuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really cool. So your next place that you're playing, you start in Cherry Grove in a few weeks. You said, right?
Yeah, the last Thursday of May is our first show.
Okay, and then you do last Thursday of every month. You do it that way, or is it?
It's a weekly.
every week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On Thursday. So if you're out there, which a lot of our listeners go out there for the summer, for a weekend, or for whatever it is, please look for the Bad Judies at the Ice Palace on Thursdays. What time does your show start?
10.
10. That's a good
Mhm.
time. And how long is the show usually?
Sometimes it's till last man standing because we invite people to come onto the stage and sing while we provide
really?
the live music for them so they can live their rock star fantasy.
Oh my
Mhm.
God.
And sometimes those signups last a long time, so we just go until the money runs out, I guess.
Oh, I love
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So it's really like a different show every time you do it, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah.
Different music, different guest singers, sometimes, drag race queens, sometimes cabaret people that everyone, sometimes special guests come, so.
Yeah. Because it's really cool that we work at Ice Palace and they book some incredible talent all the time. So people will come from drag. In fact, we got to meet Cheetah Rivera after one of her last shows that she
Are
did.
you kidding
She
me?
came,
Yeah,
she
she came and saw us, and that was yeah, what
Oh
a
my
life moment.
God. How special is that?
Yeah,
She's lovely. She's lovely.
yeah,
I
it's
used-
incredible.
I used to work at Bar Centrale, which is above Joe Allen, like in the
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm
From
46.
I think, yeah, from 2000 to 207 to 209. I think I worked there for a few years. And she used to come in a lot. And she was one of the loveliest human beings I ever waited on. She's grounded. She was kind. She was humble. And she paid attention to everything. And she made you feel so special always, no matter who you were. And in her book, her book is wonderful. I just listened to it maybe about a year ago, right before she passed away. And she is the keeper of history of that era. She was like, she originated every role for Latina in those categories. Like she originated all those roles before there were any Latina, like powerhouses that were,
Right.
I'm sure they existed, of course, but she is the one that originated all those roles and set the bar so high. And then Rita Moreno came around and, and so many other people, but Chita Rivera is, that's untouchable.
Yeah.
So she loved it.
Yeah, she stayed
Yeah.
Yeah.
the whole entire thing. Like
She did.
girl, it was late. We were like, oh, she stayed. Like, and we got to take pictures. We were floored. We were floored.
And I know Liza goes out there sometimes too, right?
Well, yeah, we'll see. I know this year the schedule for Ice Palace is packed. They're gonna have like Bridget Everett. They might bring Bernadette Peters back. Like they've had Patti LuPone out there. So who knows who we'll run into.
That's so cool. Leo, did you want to say something, honey?
I just wanted to say thank you for talking about my mom, allegedly, so respectfully.
Leo,
You're a legend, Mom.
Allegedly.
Okay, we're going to take a minute. I forgot to tell you guys that we do a section of the show called Go Ahead, Keep Eating. I cook for the show. So here we are at the count of three. I want you to say that with me. So 1, 2, 3.
Go ahead.
Keep eating.
All right. So what did I make tonight for our show? I always cook for this show because I feel like if I'm going to ask other people to come on and talk about creativity, I must stay creative. So I challenge myself every night. So what did I make tonight? I have to read it because I put so many ingredients in it. So this is fettuccine with shrimp in pesto sauce. Who made the pesto sauce? Billy Goffey. Bill
Goffey.
Fresh pesto given to me by Bill Goffey. And then in garlic butter, Marsala wine, a little bit of lemon, chili, and onion salt with scallions and red peppers. So that's
fabulous.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh yeah, colorful.
I love to cook. It's just like my favorite thing to do. It's like it stresses people out. I know. See, people love. It's a good match. What did I make for salad? I always make salads because I love salads. It's the only reason I'm not 4,000 pounds because I eat a lot of salad. So this is a hearts of romaine with Persian cucumbers, purple onion, red beets, and red cabbage. And there's Stilton cheese in here, which I love. And then what did I use for, I'm using blackberry ginger, balsamic vinegar.
Whoa, that sounds good.
Yeah, I know, doesn't it? And then a toasted sesame and onion. A toasted sesame olive oil. So that's that.
Period.
And now, because it is spring and because you are all such beautiful flowers, I have 3 different colors of beautiful flower cookies from Trader Joe's. These are that we have lemon and we have a pink and white dipped in yogurt. So these are my beautiful flowers, just like you 3. That's my dessert. All right.
That's fabulous and healthy.
Well, you know what? It kind of is. I mean, I was on the keto for like a month because I wanted to lose weight for the Mac Awards. You know what it is with me? I refuse to go up. I refuse to go up a size in clothes because I will fill it. If I go up a size, then I'm going to fill that out. So I say, no, you cannot buy new clothes. You have to lose weight to get back into your clothes. So now I'll be doing that too because I'm doing a show at Green Room 42 in May 25th. And that'll be fun. I have to go back on the diet. But for this week, I'm going to eat whatever I want.
Hey.
So that's it. So let me ask you guys, what? Let's go around and what is a reward food? So if you do a really great thing, a great show, a great whatever,
Mm.
you're like I have worked my tail off, I'm gonna let myself have blank. Why don't we start with worship?
Definitely some really inappropriate fast food. Just,
I
just the
love that.
worst. Just some Burger King, some Wendy's, and I'll buy like the extra meal, extra size, double, size Dr. Pepper, and just go to town, every dipping sauce possible.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That is such a great, honest answer. Because
Yeah.
it's true,
I'm really trying to cut it out this year, but
that's a reward for. That's why I always ask. Like I ask different questions about food, but that like is everybody has a reward food. Like mine is like ice cream and potato chips. If I've done like really hard, I'm like I don't give a shit. I'm getting like ice cream, New York super fudge chunk, and I'm getting kettle truffle potato chips. Like those, that's my thing. So how about you, Wesley? What's your reward food?
To be honest with you, like every day is like I don't really I just eat whatever I want whenever. But
true.
If I'm like trying to be like bad to the bone, I will go for fried chicken. Specifically, I love like a fried chicken sandwich with pickles, mayonnaise, or whatever, or like anything from Popeyes. Love Popeyes. Love Jacob's Pickles. If you've ever been to Jacob's Pickles, oh my god.
Have you ever tried Dave's Hot Chicken?
Yes.
Great. Oh my god, it's
great.
Phenomenal.
I love fried chicken, and it's hard to mess up. I feel so. I don't know. At least where I go, it's hard. They don't mess it up very often. So
yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I love.
I love. Oh yeah, me too. I love fried chicken too. And I love like whether it's really good or really bad. I just
like
you're right. It's hard to mess up.
It's just like you put that spice on it, you put it on a bun and some pickles and mayonnaise, and you
forget about it. Yeah,
you just go in.
How about you, Mark? What's your reward food?
I have a really big sweet tooth, so like I'm really into pie or a crumble or a cobbler. I mean, so like a peach cobbler or a peach pie, but with ice cream on top, because like the warmth plus the cool ice cream on top, it's just very sensory satisfying to me.
Yeah.
But I love sweets. That's like my biggest vice in this life is sweets. Yeah.
Me too.
But I love pie.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. That's good to know. Now, so what is something that you guys do to like warm up? Like, are you guys that go to the gym to stay in the shape you need to be in to do what you do for a living? What is it? Do you warm up vocally? Do you go to the gym? Do you stretch? What are things that you like to do that keep you in the shape you need to stay in? Because that's not easy work. It's not easy work.
I'd say a vodka sugar-free Red Bull really does.
Red Bull for sure.
We are all team Red Bull for sure.
We rehearse once a week, sometimes 2 times a week. I go to the gym. I run. That helps with my breath work, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like doing more like calisthenic things like in my house, just like on my mat, just kind of like feeling my body stretching, doing things, very soft and slow. I like to say.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I know a lot of people are really big into yoga and all that stuff.
Love yoga, Pilates.
Yeah. I love Pilates. Yeah.
Do you?
I go to the gym too, but I also love when it's nice out. I love a bike ride. So and it's finally getting to a point where it's going to be pleasant to do this again. But like riding down by the river and just going I live uptown, so like going all the way down to the village along the west side. I just think it's really pretty. I'm not thinking about the cardio part of it because I'm just enjoying the view and playing music and stuff like on my speaker. But that's my favorite cardio. Yeah.
I think that one of the nicest things about living in Manhattan or in Brooklyn or any of the boroughs is that it's so much prettier than people could ever imagine. Like, even though it's gritty and it's New York and all that, but there's just such a beauty to it that you can't describe. You know, it's like everywhere you look. So if you're walking outside, like I live in Washington Heights. I used to, years ago, I haven't done it in a while, but I'd walk all the way up to the cloisters and all the way back. I do
Oh,
that
I love the cloisters.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful, like a few times a week, and that's 3 miles. You know,
And those are some good hills too. You're getting the hills up there. Yeah.
No kidding. But it's
Yeah.
really, it's just like that kind of urban workout, you know, that people don't always realize. It's really great stuff. Okay, so now also, where are you all from originally? So Worship, why don't we start with you?
I was born, my entire family, like 3 generations back, are all born in Brooklyn. And I was born in Brooklyn. And then I moved to Queens, and then I moved to Long Island. And now I'm in Manhattan. So I've done it all.
Yeah, that Long Island crew, that's a whole different vibe out there.
I grew up in the Long Island public school system.
Did you?
Yeah, and on the South Shore of Long Island, and it was a vibe. And you know, I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, we have a lot of listeners from Long Island.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
Long Island's actually beautiful. North Shore of Long Island, all the way out east, Fire Island. Best bagel. Honestly, I think the bagels are better on Long Island than in Manhattan. And
you know what? You're right. Too. And you know what else? The delis.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe how good the delis in Long Island are.
Yep.
I think the best pizza in the entire 5 boroughs or anywhere near is Staten Island. It's kind of untouchable. Yeah, it's weird. Check it out. It's worth it. Take the.
I believe it.
Take the ferry over. You know who goes? Bill Goffey goes all over all the time.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe we'll do a field trip. I have a car. We'll do a field trip.
Maybe the Judies can play on the ferry.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
Why not? And Wesley, where did you grow up?
I grew up in DC suburbs, Bethesda, Maryland, Potomac, Rockville, Gaithersburg. We moved a few times, so that general area.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Lyra, you grew up in New York?
Yeah, so when I was very little, I lived up in Inwood, Park Terrace. Then from 5 to 18, I grew up in Westchester. So that's where I went to school and kind of like, you know, grew up. And then from 18 on, I've been different areas all uptown.
Yeah.
Mostly Washington Heights. I lived in Inwood for another year until 07. But yeah, uptown.
Yeah.
Uptown Manhattan.
I like it up there. You know who's speaking of moving, Wesley, we were just talking about moving around a lot. I'm now listening to Cher's book. Holy moly. Did she have they moved constantly.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, it was crazy. I can't believe it. Every time, every page, like they moved and they moved and they moved. And I'm like, how does one adjust like that? You know, when I was a kid, we moved a few times. So I was the new kid in school a lot.
Oh,
and but it kind of served me in a way, because I don't know if you felt like that, but it's kind of cool to make new friends somewhere and then have a whole new set of friends.
Yeah.
And you still have your old sets of friends and then your new sets of friends, and it like
teaches you something. Yeah,
you does.
Learn a way of being that is kind of sets you up for success, I think.
Yeah, and then just being like, you all have to adjust to audiences, right?
Being adaptable, yeah.
And it seems like you've all moved a little bit here and there, and you kind of, it's like, okay, I'll be the best I am here. I'll also be the best version of myself here, and it's kind of cool to do that, you know?
Yeah.
So now, go ahead.
No, just just like playing the different venues, you have to learn how to navigate that for sure, doing nightlife. And I think when we do our Fire Island show versus like a show in the city, it feels like a very different type of energy, and you just have to, you go with it for sure.
Yeah.
But luckily, I think that we all like really love a wide range of music, which really helps to make it easy.
Yeah. So once again, let's remind everybody, because there's a lot of people watching our show. Actually, my friend Mario Cantone is watching our show.
Oh.
Yeah. Mario and I went to high school together, so we've been friends a lot. Yeah, he's lovely. He's going to be on our show in May. So I don't have the exact date in front of me, but Mario's going to be on our show in May.
That is fabulous.
Jason Peck is watching. Victor Flores is watching. Victor Flores is the executive chef at Joe Allen, Bar Centrale, and Orso, my 3 favorite
Love
places.
Joe Allen. Love a martini from Joe Allen.
Yes, and Victor Flores is your executive chef there.
Wow.
Anthony Valbiro, also known as Anthony Nobody, my friend, is watching. He's incredible. Randy Frank is watching. Teresa Soreo is watching. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody because we have two different pages and also we're on YouTube as well. So those people, sometimes we don't always see them as they pop on, but everybody's really loving the show. So we're almost done. We got 2 minutes left. I always ask my guests the same question at the end. The people that watch us and listen to us are also creative, and all kinds of creative people. And as we know, creative people have highs and lows. So what is something, what words of encouragement would you give a creative soul that really needs to hear words of encouragement tonight? Why don't we start with Wesley?
The thing that comes to mind right now is to kind of listen to your heart and your gut. I think there are times when you want to do something, you want to verge a different way, want to go down a different path, but you're too scared to do it. You need to take a step back, recoup, recenter, listen to yourself and do that. I think burning out and losing yourself is probably the worst thing you can do to your career and to your creative self.
Wow, that's profound. You're absolutely right. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. How about worship? What do you think, honey?
I would say, some people are very fortunate to have a really good support system. People who are their biggest cheerleaders, that no matter what their silly little dreams are, they're always just being supported by these people. And some people don't have that. But either way, I think that and I know this is a little cliche, but you really do have to be your biggest cheerleader and your biggest supporter, and really like fall in love with yourself, because again, cliche, but if you don't believe it, no one else is going to believe it. If you don't, other people want to see your vision. Other people want to get on board with what you're doing, but they need to know that you're in it 100 million %. So just stay focused. That's, I guess, in sum, stay focused and believe in yourself.
Absolutely. Great advice, both of you. Thank you. And Mark, what do you think, honey? What would you say?
I would say to never forget about that inner child inside of you and where you began and why you love to do all the things you're doing and why we're here now. I know for me that burnout can be very real, and just even like writing down or remembering a moment that you felt that spark of joy that creating gave you, just try to reflect and use those moments to keep you moving forward, because you're here for a reason and you are doing this because you love it, and try to remember where that all started.
Oh, I love that. This is amazing. This is all great advice.
You're welcome.
Yes, no, I'm serious. It's so good. Leo, do you want to join us, honey? Can you pop on? I don't know if he's able to. Yeah, Leo, you want to jump in there, and what's your advice? No, just really
good stuff. Remember, I've told you my dream board for the kids where I work, right?
Yeah.
You guys hit every point on that dream board with what you said.
Wow.
Absolutely. And so I want to thank everybody. I want to remind everybody we're here every Tuesday from 9 to 10 Eastern. If you can't make it, don't worry. You can watch us in replay, and please comment. We're all over the place, so you can find us. It's always the What's the Story with Maria. And I just can't thank you enough. This was such a great hour. You really inspired me. And I just want to throw this in. We are in very strange times, but don't let, and this is for everyone listening, and these guys have really inspired me. Do not let anything that you hear on the outside sink into the inside, because once it gets in there, it's hard to get rid of it. You put a barrier around yourself. What we do, we are entertainers and we are pure. We were those pure kids that maybe weren't the most popular in the beginning, or maybe we were picked on, and maybe we're a little different. But guess what? Our lights still shined, and we did it anyway, and we're doing it still, and we will continue to do it, no matter what those voices say. So thank you. I can't thank you enough. Go and check out the Bad Judies. How fun was this hour?
Yes, thank you for
Absolutely.
having us.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Maria.
Thank you. Love you guys. We'll see you.
Love you,
soon.
Maria.
Bye, honey.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yay!